What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome to another video. We're going to be hopping to the Great League with a fire double grass lineup. Talonflame on the lead, running Brave Bird to take everybody off guard, Ferrothorn as the safe swap, and Superior in the back as the sweeper. So let's hop into these battles here and check out this team. So pretty decent lead. I mean, not the best of leads, but Brave Bird can do significant damage, and I have two better answers in the back. So I hop in here with the Ferrothorn because it's my better answer. So maybe I should have came in with Superior or stayed in here with the Talonflame just to do some nice chip damage with the Brave Bird and then hop into my Ferrothorn. So maybe a little bit of misplays here at the start of the game, but you know what? We'll digress and come back to it. We do get a shield from the Power Whip, which is honestly very nice. I'm going to no shield this and then attempt to go for a nice farm down here with my Talonflame. I might have to give up a shield to the foul play, but we'll see what happens. Gonna no shield anyways, just to see what they want to throw. Superpower, definitely not the move you want to throw. And then I have a Brave Bird locked and loaded here for this Toxic Pex. Brave Bird does massive damage, doing about 55 to 60% of that Toxic Pex's health. All I have to do now is shield up this potential Sludge Wave and then hopefully make it to the back-to-back Frenzy Plants before they either catch a move or make it to another Sludge Wave. So Frenzy Plant going to be coming in, grabbing the shield, and I know they are super weak in the back if they are shielding a low health Toxic Pex. Frenzy Plant knocks out the Toxic Pex. In comes a Bastiodon, and just as soon as it comes in, Bastiodon is going out left, right. Good night with the Frenzy Plant, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So hopping into the next matchup here, Talonflame into Drapion. This is not a very good matchup considering that Drapion can run Aqua Tail and it spams out those Aqua Tails really fast. So I'm going to throw one more Incinerate and then go for the Brave Bird. Drapion gets through an Aqua Tail every 4 poison stings, but that Brave Bird knocks out the Drapion left, right, good night. And in comes a Superior after they hop out of it, after they hop out of their Azumarill. So this isn't the most terrible matchup. Honestly, we're resisting all their grass type moves, so they're forced to go for the less move of Aerial Ace, the less damaging move of Aerial Ace. So Power Whip is going to be the way to go here. Definitely don't want to go Thunder, as both moves are going to be resisted, but Power Whip gets Stab, which is same type attack bonus here. Just going to farm up some energy, go throw one more Bolt Seed, and then the next Power Whip. This should put this Superior very low, and then I'm going to try and snipe here with the Incinerate, but unfortunately, we don't get the snipe. They've seen the Brave Bird, so I'm hoping that they're going to shield this move, as I could potentially make it to another Brave Bird if they want to overfarm, but that was a CAP tie. And Ice Beam, not going to be enough to knock us out. Unfortunately, I didn't want to expend my final shield there, as I know that Superior is taking super effective from Ice Beams here. And all I have to do now is make sure to throw on proper timing so they cannot catch a move. So I'm going to throw 1, 4, or 7. They try to catch on the Superior, and that's going to be the nail in the coffin for my opponent. Good game, well played to my opponent. Popping into the next one. Talonflame into Clodsire. Now, this isn't the best of matchups because Clodsire is very thick. And 2, they have Stone Edge, which can absolutely one-shot us. So they decide to hard pivot into their Azumarill as soon as the match starts. So I was hard pivoting anyways. So, I mean, it works out for us because now we have an Azumarill onto our Ferrothorn. And we're taking neutral damage with Ice Beam instead of super effective thanks to our Steel typing. So Power Whip going to be coming in, grabbing both shields from the Azumarill. And if they want a double shield, that means they want switch advantage bad, and I'm not going to let that happen, as I'm going to shield up that Ice Beam, go for this Power Whip here. Power Whip is going to do some nice damage onto this Azumarill, almost one-shotting them, and I'm going to keep alignment here. I will double shield my Ferrothorn. I'm going to go for a nasty Bolt Seed farm down and have all this energy coming out of this matchup here. They come back in here with a Clodsire. Fine by me. Going to throw this Power Whip, get some nice chip damage off on the Clodsire. I can throw 3 more Bolt Seeds. Maybe I should have just thrown 2 and then the move, but I didn't want them to overfarm to the point where they had too much energy. And now out comes a Bastiodon. Who is running Bastiodon in this season? This is why, another reason why you should not run Bastiodon, everybody. Flamethrower doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and Superior 0-0 shields is going to be able to beat this Bastiodon. So 4 more Vine Whips, and then the Frenzy Plant. Second Frenzy Plant coming in, gonna do some nice damage. Can I make it to 1 more Frenzy before they make it to a Stone Edge or a Flamethrower? Yes, we can. And Superior takes that matchup. Thanks to that 50-second switch clock timer, I can now swap into my Talonflame, get to this Brave Bird, but is Brave Bird enough to knock out the Clodsire? Who was worried? Left, right, good night to that Clodsire, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Stop running Bastiodon. It's absolutely dog water now. So Bastiodon lead. I'm going to stay in here with the Talonflame, and I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird. Brave Bird is going to inflict massive damage onto this Bastiodon. Coming in here with the Ferrothorn, sneaking the Bullet Seed. You love to see it. Should almost be enough to knock out that Bastiodon. And now we draw out this jump up. Whole point of this team, come in with the Ferrothorn, get that Flying type out, and then hopefully Superior can sweep in the back. So Thunder going to be coming in. That does nice damage onto that jump up there. Get a no shield this move. Aerial Ace doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I'm going to hop back into my Talonflame here. Talonflame is going to get some nice Incinerate damage off. Aerial Ace, not too worried about that move. And now out comes a Drapion. Drapion is going to get hit with the Flame Charge here. There's really no way I can farm down this Poison type, so I will end up shielding this move. Aqua Tail definitely would take us out from this health range, and we have one more Flame Charge to go. Maybe I can farm this thing down before we get knocked out. Let's see, one more Incinerate might do the trick. We are double boosted. Is it enough here? Unfortunately, it's not. But one more Incinerate knocks it out, and I'm going to hard pivot back into my Superior, knocking out that Bastiodon. And now all we need to do is make it to the back-to-back Aerial Aces, and we should have this game in the bag. One Aerial Ace, not going to be enough to KO the Superior. We are back-to-back Aerial Aces, and we should win CAP tie. Sorry, gotta get used to that new new wording. I guess charge attack priority, not charge move priority anymore. But Aerial Ace enough to take out the jump off. That's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So hopping into the next matchup. Now I'm going to hard pivot again, hopping into this Ferrothorn. I could have done 2 Incinerates, but then I didn't want to give this Ferrothorn or this Clodsire enough farm to get to an Earthquake faster than I can hit them with the Power Whip. So unfortunately, my opponent does catch the Power Whip on that jump bluff, which is resisted thanks to that Flying Grass typing, which does no damage whatsoever. So now I'm just going to hit them with a Thunder, hopefully get some nice chip damage, come back in here with the Talonflame, but we actually get a shield, which is best case scenario. I know this Aerial Ace is not enough to KO us, so what I'm going to do is bank all this energy, come back in here with the Talonflame, they come back in here with the Clodsire. I will shield this move. Stone Edge is going to be enough to one-shot us, and I want to get some nice chip damage on this Clodsire. So one more Incinerate, and then the Brave Bird. Brave Bird does massive damage onto this Clodsire, and I'm thinking maybe I can farm this thing down with just Incinerates, and can't. I should have thrown the Flame Charge. So unfortunately, they come back in here with the jump bluff, and from here, I just made a crucial mistake trying to farm down a Clodsire, and that's going to be a good game. Don't even get to see the third. So we could have probably won that game, but we'll never know. So hopping into the next matchup here after a 4-1 set. Excuse me, sorry. Toxapex into Talonflame. Again, gonna throw that Brave Bird and then hop into my Ferrothorn, drawing out a Machamp. Now, we are taking super effective damage from Machamp, but Karate Chop is an energy-based move, so you're not taking as much damage as you would from a counter, but you get to those moves very, very fast. 4 cross chops to every, or 4 Karate Chops to every cross chop, which is absolutely insane. My opponent gives me a free Incinerate. You never want to do that. 1, 4, or 2, 4, or 7 for 2 turn 5 versus 5 turn fast moves. So they give me a free Incinerate, and I knew it was just a cross chop, so I didn't shield that. Brave Bird grabs the last shield. I come in here with the Superior, gonna shield up the potential Sludge Wave. So great shield on our end, and all I have to do is make it to this Frenzy Plant, and let's see what's in the back here. Frenzy Plant gonna be enough to knock out the Toxapex. In comes that Bastiodon, the trainer top lefts, and that's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So hopping into the next matchup here, Talonflame V versus Talonflame. I'm not gonna throw right away as I'm running Brave Bird, not Fly. So I go over and I'm gonna shield up the potential Brave Bird from my opponent, which they throw, and then they come in here with the Wigglytuff, and I make a massive mistake. I throw the Flame Charge, which isn't a massive mistake, but it would have been nice chip damage, and then come in here with the Ferrothorn. Instead of throwing all this energy away, I should save it all and go into a different Pokemon, because they have a flying fire type on the lead, and I have no way to deal with that Talonflame if my Talonflame is gone. So don't know why I chose to stay in. I guess my brain was kind of just and didn't want to, you know, focus on battles as much. But now Talonflame has free range to sweep. Brave Bird gonna knock out the Superior. Left, right, good night. Doesn't even have a chance to throw a Vine Whip. And this is just gonna be a good game. I should just top. Terrible play by me. But that could have possibly been a win because they had a Alligator in the back, right? So GG's, well played. Malamar versus Talonflame. Just gonna stay in this matchup. Neutral matchup. There's no really reason for me to swap out. There is actually, because we are running an ABB lineup. So what I should be doing is getting some chip damage on this thing and swapping out into my Ferrothorn to draw out anything that is weak to my Superior before letting my Talonflame get way too low to deal with it. So double flame charge, that gets both shields, and I'm gonna double shield myself. I'm thinking these incinerates are going to be nasty, and now in comes a Clodsire. I do 2 incinerates and then I hop into my Ferrothorn. They're going to be able to get to this earthquake here before I make it to a move, which does really nice damage. It's going to 2-shot us, so first power up going to be coming in. Not going to do a whole lot of damage. This is a Clodsire, and they make it to the second earthquake before I make it to my second power whip. Earthquake going to knock out the Ferrothorn. We do 2 more incinerate, which was very risky. They could have made it to a Stone Edge very quickly there, but I wasn't sure if they overfarmed or not. Now back out comes a Malamar. We are now double boosted. What is going to be coming in? It's a Superior. You love to see it. Flame charge is reached. Talonflame UG 1v3 this team. Left, right, good night in Superior, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So hopping into the next matchup here, amazing lead here. Alolan Sandslash and Talonflame, they hop into an Azumarill. We hop into our Ferrothorn. A Ferrothorn because we're taking neutral damage from Ice Beam instead of super effective. So I know we're gonna need 2 moves to KO anyways. So just throw your Power Whip. There's no reason to throw the Thunder. It's non-stab, and I think Power Whip with stab is almost the same amount of damage as throwing a Thunder non-stab. So gonna farm up more energy here as we are able to take second Ice Beam to the face. Superior can't take 2 Ice Beams, so you would have had to give it up a shield. So now we have all this energy to come out of this matchup. Thunder going to be coming into on the Alolan Sandslash. Going to be doing massive damage here. Not enough to one-shot, but enough to put it into a range where 2 Incinerate should knock out. I can no-shield this this Drill Run here. Drill Run. Okay, definitely want to be throwing, what did you call it? Definitely want to throw Ice Beam. Drill Run's going to be resisted thanks to flying, double resisting those ground typings. I will shield up the Hydro Cannon, and they threw very fast. So I'm thinking, okay, this is just another Hydro Cannon. I can live that, no problem. If you're my opponent, definitely build up to the Ice Beam because it forces me to shield, respecting the Ice Beam. And you could possibly have a win con there. But unfortunately, I know my opponent's just going to swap it out. After this, I farm down with the Talonflame, and then we have a Brave Bird locked and loaded for that for Alligator who wants to come back in. And that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So, hopping into the next matchup here. Talonflame into Abomasnow, another amazing lead here. They're going to hop out into a Mandibuzz, and I'm just going to throw this Brave Bird, see if I can get some nice chip damage or grab a shield and then come in here with the Ferrothorn. Talonflame is so good at demanding shields. If you manage your energy properly, it is really good at demanding shields, and then it gives your back 2 Pokemon a lot of play into the rest of your opponent's team if you're up a shield. So Thunder going to be coming in. Not enough to one-shot this Mandibuzz. I'm not going to bother throwing the Power Whip, as I know Power Whip is not going to be able to KO this bulky Vulture. I will shield out the Dark Pulse here, go for the Thunder, knock out the Mandibuzz. Now out comes the Abomasnow again. Abomasnow going to be taking some nice damage from Thunder. Not nice. It's going to be resisted, but Grass would have been, I think, double resisted. So either way, they're both would have resisted damage. So Weather Ball coming in. One more Incinerate. I should do one more Incinerate. Didn't have a Flame Charge locked and loaded. And now out comes a Toxapex. Or what I should have done is throw the Brave Bird and then come in here with Superior and possibly won the game that way. But we'll see what happens at the end game here. Brian going to be coming in. Not enough to KO. I make sure I double up on moves in case they want to shield. But I know the game is over from here because all they have to do is now shield up this move. They have the energy for the next Weather Ball. but I decide to hard pivot. And think about it this way. If I don't hard pivot and they throw the move into my superior, my Incinerate KOs them. So good play by my opponent. Unfortunately, we get the loss there. A nice 3-2 set there to end the video. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you all liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in the future. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because it really helps out the channel and it's greatly appreciated. And we will see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye.